¿Cómo estás, my brother?
Ah, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo?
Hey, man, what is going on? This is the man's the one, and that is the man in the middle, Big Storm. And this is the state of basketball. Man, what is going on, man? Man, there's so much to talk about. I don't even know what to start with. Let's just go with how are you doing, big fella?
Doing well, man. Settling in to my new uh, employment circumstances. Um, Other than that, just I can't believe. How about this? How about our daughters are about to be seniors? Like I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that situation, but yeah, it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't want to bring that up because I was talking to her the other day when she was talking about her finals.
right.
And I'm like, oh. I said something like, "Hey, this is your senior year. This is a summer to live it up. This is your last AAU." And then I had almost one of them moments,
Man,
but I
it
got
goes
it
by.
together.
It goes by so fast, man. You just blink, and these precious little girls are young women, and it's just amazing and definitely tearful.
Yeah, it'll strike a couple emotions, good and bad. Good, like, oh, she's growing up so wonderfully too. I will choke every one of you some bitches alive. But yeah, I get it, man. It was just like 11 years ago that this little big head, big Afro boy of mine was born. So I get it. I keep looking up and he's like 11.
Right, went by so fast.
Yeah. And that means I'm old.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Nah, bro. I'm 2.5 eggs short of 50. I'm old.
And the crazy part is, I remember I used to be the young one.
Yeah. 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 I mean, like, dad just turned 40. Like,
Man,
40. I
I remember
remember
40.
40.
That's when I started going to the doctor at 40.
Yeah. Yeah. 40 started getting poked in areas that I don't really appreciate being poked in. But I'm old, so I guess it's a part of that.
Right. We got to be able to get older. So this
Yeah.
is part of the deal.
Yeah. Now that you mention that, like, I mean, we had a sad moment the last week and a half. Um, we had one of the for Eli's basketball team, one of the assistant coaches that was with myself, one of the assistant coaches, um, had a heart attack last Saturday
Wow.
and passed away. And we were just at practice on the Wednesday before, talking about strategies, talking about how kids have gotten better, talking about these NBA playoffs, and then I get a phone call the next day that, hey, bro, he's not here anymore. So yeah, man, time is valuable. Each day is valuable. You got to look at it. I mean, not go crazy, but you got to look at each day as you last. You got to make sure that you don't do things that you can't can't get back or can't do over, or you know what I mean. It
Right.
just kind of makes you, it
Definitely,
brings you back
man.
to perspective.
Definitely. You definitely want to live each day like it's your last. You want to put forth the best version of yourself as you can. Definitely tell your loved ones that you love them. And yeah.
Yeah. So let's cheer this thing up, man. We got a
Yeah, man. Got kind
lot.
of got kind of
Yeah.
kind of dark.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't know him long, but I liked him. He was a
Right.
nice dude. And then I come to find out, I mean, he moved here from Ohio to clean up this ridiculous Boy Scout situation we got here in Indiana. I mean, he was like a 20-year guy, like a guru of the Boy Scouts. And I mean, I respect a guy like that. So
Right.
yeah. So but anyway, we got a lot to talk about. But first, if you guys haven't paid attention to the new scroll on the bottom of the screen, we have our own personal promo code for state of basketball. Our podcast has our own promo code with mybookie.ag. So if you look along the side, you can see that promo code pop up. I'm gonna give it to you now. So if you go to mybookie.ag, use this promo code in all caps BWS hoops. So that'd be BWSHOOPS. You get 100% sign up bonus and a $25 NBA free play. So once you betting people, once y'all check that out, get that promo code, try to get us some money. It's all about the cash, bro. So,
Yes, sir.
first thing up, not a whole lot in high school, but we did have something pop up that I guess we probably should talk about. There was some rule conversations and rule adjustments in the national high school scene, which can filter into the each individual state. I know there was a hair rule. You know, you look at that and you see, okay, that's going to affect the ethnicities and the cultural changes, but actually I kind of like it. It's not a thing that prohibits certain hairstyles. It's basically making you keep that shit tied up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, listen, Kendall didn't play. But Mackenzie plays, and she wears braids. And she's admitted at times that she's used her braids as weapons on the court. Like, I mean, some of those times that hair whip is a little aggressive. So I don't have a problem with that, cleaning up some of the trying to keep the health and safety. I mean, if they don't let you wear necklaces, I mean, maybe they should keep it where you can have to have your hair tied or bundled up a certain way, just like you would in employment. If you go in a restaurant, shit can't be on your shoulders. So
Yeah. Definitely not a big, don't have a problem with it at all. It is about the safety. And also hair being pulled. Like I know that happens sometimes. You can sneak it in and block it with your arm and, a little tug or something. So,
Mackenzie knows some tricks.
definitely. But like I said, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't think it goes to anybody ethnicity, but I feel like it's all about the safety. So I don't have a problem with it at all. If Indiana ends up adopting it or not, I'm good.
Yeah, it's good because you got some of them, and you got to clean that up because it's some of them instances like we've just had recently in Florida, where you had a kid that didn't even register for school when they moved down there because the um, the dress code said that you couldn't have cornrows or twists or things like that. That is completely attacking someone's culture. You know what I mean? So I understand why they had to clarify the hair changes to let them know that it's not an attack on the cultures or different ethnicities and how they wear their hair traditionally. Just we need to learn how to keep it together there where we not, slapping girls in the face with her or poking eyes out or, pulling hair or something like that. The other high school thing was shot clock. The National High School Association is fully adopting a shot clock, scenario in high school basketball, but it still goes down to the individual states if they want to adopt a shot clock um, into their high school organizations. I know there are some that do have it now. Reading the article, there are about five more who are proposing to adopt it. But I will tell you, Indiana is not one of those states who have yet come to adopt or propose the adoption of the shot clock. Now, they do it in AAU in high school in certain tournaments, but all in all, in high school basketball, there is no shot clock in here in Indiana, and I think is an absolute crap.
Yeah, travesty. It's a travesty, son. But I definitely am. I'm a proponent of the shot clock. It definitely helps the game move along, which is a part of the natural order of the game in the first place. Is constant movement. I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's a strategy once you get up to kind of hold the ball, but at least it'll be for a certain amount of time. You won't be able to have to hold it for like 3/4 of a quarter or half a quarter or something of that nature. It's kind of ridiculous. I feel like the kids are definitely used to it. Excuse me, due to the AAU, so it wouldn't be a hard transition at all. And I overall I think it'll be a better product coming out of
I
high
agree.
schools.
It'll be a better product. I know the two numbers that are flirted around will be the 35 and the 30. What I've seen is 35 and 30 on the AAU scene. I would like to go with the 30 because it kind of goes with the college game. You know what I mean? It's not the 24 with the NBA or the WNBA. But the 30, I think it's a good one where you can still run offense. You can still do those type of things to keep movement, but you're not holding down the flow of the game. Now, we've seen it in high school. Like, you'll get a 23-24 game real quick
Yeah,
because you got a team, as soon as they get up 6 points, they're going to go to that four-corner stall. Well, if there's no shot clock, what you going to do? Come out your zone,
foul.
have to foul, have to do all this. And I've seen teams do that in the first quarter, bro.
Yeah,
Go to a stall, and now you can run the stall offense because I forgot who does it. I think Gino at UConn runs the stall offense. Duke does it. Duke men did it. You know what I mean? They hit them four corners, but when the shot clock got to about 10, you run into the offense and you're gonna
right.
score or get a foul or whatever. I think that's what you do. Middle school, no way, bro, no way.
Right.
Let them kids. Hey,
Still,
no
they
way.
still need to learn the game to a certain extent.
Yeah, no way, bro.
So let them run it out for different purposes. High school, I think it's ready. I think it's time. Like I said, all the players have played with shot clocks. If they play AAU ball, which at this point I'm not sure any high school basketball players that are not in AAU as well, but I'm sure it's a possibility. But yeah, it's time. So let's do it. Let's go.
Yep.
But Indiana being Indiana, man, you know we last to the party. We like
Last
to.
to the party.
We want to make sure decades of things to analyze to make sure we're good with this.
Oh no, we might be first in construction though. Like, okay, man, I'll drive down one street one day, and then later that day it's under construction.
Yeah, we are in a constant construction.
But you can't fix the damn potholes on 79th Street though. But I don't
I
understand.
mean, how about it's time to re-up the potholes? Like they might have filled it in, but it's time for another, like a touch-up. Like it's ridiculous out here, man.
Like, I feel bad for the people who drive cars like myself. Like, I know it's tough on people who drive SUVs and trucks, like the cars, man. Like, dude, I'm going all my out the way. If I
Right.
need to go the first time, I'm going all the way up to Michigan Road. I mean, all the way up to 86th Street and going down. I'm not messing with
Hey,
79th Street.
or mess around this roads. You want to drive on the other side of the road and
Yes.
just to avoid the constant off road and on road off road. That's what it is.
Yes. All right, let's jump into some quick NCAA. Not a whole lot here for either side, but this must be mentioned. Juwan Howard makes it affirmative, clear, no questions, no maybe this, maybe that. I am not interested, will not take. He has turned down the offer, he has turned down the interview. He has turned down every single thing that you can turn down with the Los Angeles Lakers to let us Michigan fans and the rest of the ridiculous people who thought he was leaving in the first place know that Juwan is staying for at least another season.
Definitely. Happy to hear from that. But I got a question for you, man. Were you kind of torn for this? How do you
No,
feel like he would have fared had he have went
no.
with the situation that the Lakers present to an
I
incoming
I
coach?
love my Lakers, love Michigan, love Juwan Howard. I don't want to see him put in that situation. It is a lose situation for any coach coming in there. I mean, I think the head runner right now is Darvin Ham. I don't want him to have it, but I need him to have that job because it opens up so much more for if you see us, you can be us type mentality that is taking over in sports. So in all diversities, even if it's not just black with the Hispanics or other cultures, if you see them with the women, if you see them in those positions, then you can aspire to be those positions. So I'm looking for that. But I don't want Juwan Howard to fail. You
I
go
got
to
another.
Los Angeles, you're going to fail. That
So
team is not set up for anybody to win. and they don't have no moves. They have nothing that they can do. They need like 9 teams to make a trade for another team.
So I got another question. Do you like? Unfortunately, in the NFL, you see this. I can't remember the guy that coached the Texans. Uh, well, you don't think if they do go with Darwin Ham, it's not a place filler type situation, year or two, then he'll be gone. Do you see him being there long term?
Um, I would like to see him there long term, but in this day and age of winning, coaches don't get that type of leash or leeway, especially if you have minority. You're not getting those same chances. So it's like, I mean, I would like for him to be there 3+ years where you're allowed to manipulate the team and help Rob Pelinka get the right people in for your system. But you got to come up with something. I mean, you got, 75% of your roster is what, over 30? What I
Yeah.
mean? And you're not getting 82 games out of them. You got a lot of relics that you're not getting good play out of. So, hey, nah, I'm not. No, Juwan, stay where you at, bro. It's not a good move. Later,
This ain't the one. This
this
ain't
ain't the one.
the.
Like if they'd have gave it to him when he wanted it, when LeBron first went there, when they all wanted him, when they was talking about the connection with Michigan and Miami Heat, yeah, that would have been good because then they all been able to grow and learn together and work this thing together. But this is a burning ship, and they're trying to find any kind of way to salvage this ship. Nah, you ain't going to bring in Juwan and just ruin his shit. Nah, let you stay in
But that
Michigan.
you don't want that on your resume. You
Nah.
don't want that on your LinkedIn.
One quick thing in college. This is from the source, Matt. If y'all don't know, the source is over on Checkers and Wreckers with Tommy Boy, and he's also on Just a Bit Outside the Baseball Show on Sundays. So he's in Pennsylvania, so he's gonna give us a whole lot of information when it comes with the Eagles and the Pittsburgh and all those things. So he said here, this Penn State has got their has lost their coaches going to Rutgers. If you didn't know, Vivian, what is it, Stringer or is it Stinger?
I think it's
Stringer.
Stringer.
Yeah, I know it's Vivian.
Yes.
Vivian.
I'm Biff.
Vivian. No, it was Ed Buddy who was. But anyway, so that's good news for Rutgers. Also, Vivian Stringer, one of the best coaches in all of coaching, let alone women's sports. I think she's one of 3 coaches with over 1,000 wins in college basketball. So, awesome job for that. Obviously, Dan is checking in, bro. Don't know why. No, I'm just messing with you, D. What up, bro?
It's Dan from State Farm.
Stay far. Said he's a damn Cowboy fan. We'll ride his ass next week when we jump on Dukes of Football. Is coming back. If you guys hadn't heard the news, but
Just tell him make sure his owner learns how to drive.
hey, they got issues coming up real quick. If I've never ever wished for Matty Ice to stay healthy in all of my life.
Ah, I don't know, man. I wonder what
Nick
the
Foles.
over under is.
Nick
How many
Foles.
games he plays?
But Nick Foles is who your backup's gonna be.
Nah, just the Super Bowl got him won a ring. Let's not tell him too short.
I kind of.
It's not like he's
Carson
Trent Dilfer
Wentz
out
doing
here, or you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, not Trent Dilfer.
Well, he's got a ring too. But
Yeah, he does.
I'm still saying he's
got
better
two.
than him at least.
All right, let's get back over here to that takes care of that for them. Didn't you just ask me another question?
No, we were good. The last one was about Juwan and
Yeah, he ain't
Darwin
going
Ham being a
Yeah.
placeholder.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Darwin. I like to give it to a Jew, but
What?
I don't know. They seem to generate a lot of money in their culture. So,
All
What
right,
does
where
that
we
have to
going,
do with
man? Where we
anything?
going?
What does that have to do with anything? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
So obviously that means we're going to talk about the women WNBA. Candace Parker, the queen, who obviously knows what she's talking about. So if anybody wants to question her during the NBA season, you're a fool. Candace Parker is now the oldest WNBA player to record a triple double.
Good deal.
Congratulations to the
She's
queen.
definitely congratulations. I feel like just like the NBA nowadays, the WNBA, the players are playing a little longer, taking care of themselves, and still producing at a high level. I mean, you got Sue Bird out there, you got Taurasi's getting up there, but they're still, tops of their game. So this doesn't surprise me one bit. I feel like it probably won't be the last as well. So just very, it just helps the brand of the WNBA.
I mean, Candace Parker, if we look at it, I don't think she gets the mention in that conversation of goatdom that she should. I mean, I mean, it's still arguably, but we've kind of,
Oh, all time or like one of the great? Like where are we?
I,
I need more clarity on
no, I'm
this.
saying, I think her name has to be mentioned in that conversation, is basically
Okay.
what I'm saying, because
Okay.
she's won on every level. Dominated in high school, dominated in Tennessee, and she's dominated it in international play as well as in the WNBA. All she missed in was the championships, and then when she started to get her championships with LA and now Chicago, I think her name needs to be mentioned. And I mean, look at her. I think she's in top 10 in points, rebounds. You know what I mean? How can we just keep skipping over Candace as a basketball player? You know what I mean? Just dominant. I mean, think back to them Tennessee years, bro. She was nice. Like she was a thorn in Gino's side.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely,
she was.
definitely.
I mean, and Tamika Catchings comes from Candace, or was no, it was Tamika, Candace, and then Holsclaw.
Yeah,
But
Host Claw.
yeah, she was nice, but she went.
Yeah, she was a little, yeah, a little round, little round.
Yeah, she did go a little run, but a hooper. So I mean, just
Yes.
I'm a fan of Candace. So
Yeah,
uh, let's
it
see.
was a
But
great, like I said, is as far as her being one of the greatest. Okay, I put her there, but I just can't like Cheryl. To me, it all begins and ends with Cheryl. You know you bad when you didn't even get to really put your resume totally together. Just we had a piece of Cheryl, and to me, she's still number
which
one.
one, Miller or Swoops?
Oh, Miller, come on.
Okay. Okay. That's just what we make. Just want to make sure that all of
Right.
America, we were all on the same page, because a lot of these young cats, they don't understand. You might know Reggie, but Reggie couldn't beat his sister.
Nah, nah. And he was open and honest about
Open and honest about it. Yeah. Almost to the point that we thought they was the same person.
it.
I mean, if y'all remember, Cheryl used to call games a couple years ago, but she's kind of in the backside now. You don't really see her too much. All right, go look up if you can find some YouTube on Cheryl. Let her know. Hey, Cheryl, what she put up like 100 in
Yes.
high school, like
Right. And then I'm pretty sure she didn't play the fourth quarter, or no, they had halves.
Yeah, whatever it was, she didn't play
The whole game.
the whole game. 100 points. This is wilt shit, but yeah, I mean, you got to put her in there. Obviously, she at the top. You got Lisa Leslie. I mean, you got
Cynthia Cooper.
Cheryl Swoops. You know what I mean? Cheryl Swoop was the first female to have a signature shoe with Nike. You know what I mean? So there's so much going on. All that. Donna Taurasi still doesn't have a signature shoe with Nike. She wears a version designed for her of the LeBrons, but she didn't have her own signature shoe. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's a lot to say. So I don't know. I just think it's a nice conversation that not a lot of people have.
Right.
So we might have to have that conversation.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that'll be a good conversation. Bring in some old chicks and have that good conversation.
Try to get Twin in here.
Ah, yes, that'll be good. Let's see. Power, have you peeped out the power rankings for week 3 yet?
You know what? I had it up and it crashed on me. I know Washington's still number one, if I remember
Uh,
correctly. No, was it
mm,
Washington
no,
or
they
is it the
just they
Aces?
the Aces
Yeah.
just flipped over. I grabbed ESPN's because WNBA.com hadn't had it up as quick as 10:30 this morning. So, but ESPN had their week 3 up like yesterday. So they got the Aces at 1, Sun, Connecticut Sun at 2, Chicago Sky at 3, Mystics 4, Storm 5, Dallas Wings 6, Nas Hillman and the Atlanta Dream, knowing that she ain't the star there, but I just had to say it because she's there. Nas Hillman go Blue and the Atlanta Dream at 7, Liz Cambays and the Sparks at 8, Donna Taurasi and little tit for tat, little spat on the sideline with Skylar Diggins, Mercury at 9, Lynx at 10, and the Fever dropped one spot. They were 10 last week. They're now 11. The Fever at 11. I like it. Young talent. They're fighting games. They're not winning them, but they're in games enough for them to be like, hey, that's a team we need to start to pay attention to. They're going to win games at some point in time.
Yeah, they just got to learn how to put it all together. They definitely have the talent there. It's just a matter of putting it together. So as long as they keep it up, try to get the culture there, all about winning, everything should follow suit after
Yeah. Shock. It doesn't shock me that Seattle's sitting at 5, all because of Stewie, Brianna Stewart getting COVID and being in protocol. So she missed like 4 or 5 games. So I see once they get back into, she gets back in the, condition and they'll get back on the floor. Her and Lloyd will start to get things going and Seattle start to move back up. Um, I don't really see a whole lot of challenge to the Aces, man. I mean, Asia Wilson is, man, she is a beast, bro.
them.
And I figured the Sparks would be a little better with adding a solid base like Cam Base, all the what is it, the Ungabawe sisters. I
Mhm.
so messed their name up, but I don't care. You know what I mean? Change it to Antetokounmpo or something. I can say that. I can say
Because
that.
that's that, yeah, that, yeah. Well, you will. The longer they're in the league, the more prosperous they are. Well, definitely. Because when
I
Giannis
mean,
came in, it was the first 3 years, it was the Greek freak, no matter what. And
yeah,
then I could say Giannis, and now the whole name.
yeah. I still can't say Oladipo, whatever his name is. I don't
Depot.
want to say his name because it's terrible. No, I ain't gonna do that to the cat. We'll talk about his this basketball excellence later. Nothing really stands out, with the WNBA league, no really controversy, no excitement. I know they're still trying to get Brittany back. They're trying to now put it as a political hostage situation type deal. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. There's just so much going on. I know they did allow her house arrest finally, so she's not like just now she's just looking at just
Under the
the
Kremlin or
Kremlin or
wherever.
something. She's not out in Siberia anymore. I mean, she's moved a little closer. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh
The other thing is a lot of the WNBA coming back from overseas, just playing in general. A lot of that is ending up. So players are getting, I hope we get to a point where they don't have to go overseas, but unfortunately, we're not at that moment in time yet. But
yeah, I know a
because they
lot
got
of
to
them
make,
chicks was mad Russia went to war because that took like half
yeah,
their yearly income.
yeah, definitely.
I think they should have had it in their contract. If Putin does something stupid, I get paid anyway.
But the owners of them teams, I don't know if they can make them
Well, not
make them top threats.
not now. They ain't got no money. Everybody got their
That's
shit
what
cut
I'm
off. I
saying.
mean, you just trading vodka.
And moose meat.
Hetty's woman in vodka. All right, that's not good. All right, let me stop that. All right. Anything else for WNBA?
Nah.
Oh, their what is it? Commanders Cup, the little tournament they have within the games of their schedule that
Hmm.
gives money to some charities and women's stuff.
Yes.
I don't really have a exact, so I'll just say women's stuff. So that makes it real open.
Yeah.
Charity and women's stuff makes it an open thing, like it can fit anything in there. All right, so I think it's probably time for a commercial, and then we're going to get into these conference championships, baby. Bro, do you like how I got that to fade out like that? That
I didn't even
was
notice, to be
that was
honest. But
so accidental.
the transition.
I was like, man, that's dope. Maybe I can do that every time. No, it was accident. I don't even know how it happened. I think it was just on its own.
Excuse me.
Bless you, allergy man.
Yes.
Did I have to say something? I think I was supposed to say something here. Oh, yes. I want to tell you about some of our wonderful people. Elite Performance, where the dreams of elite fitness becomes reality. Check them out, Zach Dyer, 765-499-1005. They got a lot of stuff they go on through in the week. Yoga, stretching, um, core strength, a lot of this stuff. Check them out on the website. Go see Zach. He'll get you in shape. If you haven't seen Dan lately, the guy looks almost sexy. Check him out. Zach did that. It wasn't Dan. So, I mean, he almost looked like the Dan I met him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got a little round, but he's working on it. So check Zach out. He'll get you there. Let's see. Who else am I supposed to talk about? I'm supposed to talk about Revved Up Tattoos. If you're ready to get your next ink therapy session or your latest piercing, why don't you check out our good friends Todd and Katie Durham over at Revved Up Tattoos? Hit them up 317-537-2667 to schedule your next appointment. Doc Sports Picks, text all caps BW Sports 29022 for your free $60 in picks. Printed memories. If you got some apparel, some stuff that you want printed on a t-shirt, like this upcoming women's high school basketball season with big faces on t-shirts at basketball games, you can always get those things done at a pay per order price. Check them out. Printed memories. Where's our 317-494-0811? What's poppin' corn snacks? Best gourmet popcorn around. Check it out. Bare knuckle corn snacks too. What's poppin' cornsnacks.com for your popcorn needs. All right. So that takes us into the NBA. He went off the screen, so I guarantee you he's sneezing. NBA news, my guy. So first up, we had the draft. We had the NBA draft lottery last week. I was going to do screens, but I forgot because I was working on recipes for the barbecue this weekend. Absolutely. I'll expect to see you there, sir. Uh, domino parties, domino games as well, all going down. Oklahoma. Wow. Orlando Magic with the first pick. The Thunder, second pick. Rockets, Kings, Pistons, Pacers at 6. Trailblazers, the Pelicans via Los Angeles, meaning told you they can't do shit to improve this roster. You ain't even got draft picks to bargain.
Hey, it was all about getting AD.
Yeah, it was. So they got the ring. So this is what you need to deal with. went after it. San Antonio, the Wizards, the Knicks, one of the biggest disappointments of all of the season last year. Then you got again the Thunder via Clippers for the Paul George trade, Hornets and Cavaliers. So those are your lottery draft selection, and the draft is on June 23rd.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. I feel like there are a lot of good players in this draft. So I just hope that everyone in the Pacers organization does their homework and picks has a great pick.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the deeper drafts that we've had in the last few years. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of upperclassmen in this talent as well because this is one of the first. This is one of the true classes that really benefited from all that extra basketball experience when it came to those COVID exemptions. So you're going to get a lot of good upperclassmen, solid 23, 24 year old guys ready to step in and play. And you got a lot of young guys that is absolutely phenomenal. You got the guy Smith out of Auburn. You got what's his name? Out of Duke, who's probably, I mean, who could go number one? Him, Smith or Holmgren out of Gonzaga. I mean, and then you can go deeper into the draft where you get your twins from Iowa. Those guys in there. You got Ivy. He's going to be a high pick from Purdue. I mean, there's some talent in this draft, probably throughout the first round. So the Pacers have a great chance to make a huge franchise move. I've never denied a lot of their picks. I've always denied their decision making with the others. You know what I mean? The
Right.
others, like you're paying the wrong people, you're paying the wrong others. That's what's been the problem with the Pacers. That's why none of those stars stay. So, what are you going to do to get this young guy, to build around this young guy, and keep this young guy here for that second contract?
Definitely. You talking about Wasserman out of Duke? Was that his name? Wasserman? No.
No, it starts with a B. He was a freshman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had one of them old funny haircuts. I grew up in the '90s, man. We had funny haircuts too.
Yeah, but not like this. This
I
was
had,
at least we combed and brushed our hair though.
bro. I
Like
had
that
a
was a part
Gumby.
of it. Say again.
I had a Gumby with a peace sign cut in my head, bro.
Yeah, I had the ramp. I had the ramp, but at the same time, it was combed and brushed. It wasn't just wake up and go.
I had that Bobby Brown every little step.
Every little step, son.
That's terrible. But so I'm anxious to see this draft. We got a couple weeks. They just finished the NBA Combine. Haven't really dug into some of that stuff yet, but I'll probably be doing that here in the next couple days. So we're gonna see. We got the draft coming up, so you're gonna see a lot of talk. Gonna see a lot of workouts, a lot of conversation. So obviously, we're gonna be here for it, and we're gonna let you
Definitely.
know.
Definitely.
Let's see. I really don't want to talk about Pat Bev on ESPN just hating on everybody.
I think he's just trying to set up his next career, which talking will definitely be involved.
So you think it was a strategic, the word that
Yeah,
starts
it
with
was
an
planned,
S.
strategic, and it was
Yes, that's
planned.
it.
It
So you
was a
think he's a
move.
new after he's done, he's the new Max Kettleman for Stephen A.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I bet it's gonna be him and Draymond. I could see them having a. They can either have dueling shows or be the next Skip and Shannon or something to that effect.
I like it. I've been meaning to take Sean up on his uh, endorsement of Draymond Green's podcast. I hadn't listened to it yet, but I'm gonna have to put it in my little rotation. We had so many shows on our network; it's hard for me to keep up with some new stuff. Great plug,
Definitely,
great plug, by the way.
twenty four
Great plug,
seven.
great plug. We damn new are, man. uh, so let's see. No more him. Steph Curry. Uh, follows a long line of previous NBA players before him to finish their college degrees. He went back a couple weeks ago to finish up his. Well, he actually graduated a couple weeks ago, with his Bachelor of Arts degree and a major in sociology. So, congratulations to Steph Curry and amongst some other NBA players and other sports guys who um, finish their degrees. Don't just go get the money and just forget about it. Once the money is gone, the money can leave at any point in time. Once the money is gone, you got something that you can fall back on. So good job for Steph.
Definitely, man. Just salute him. I know we all try to make promises to our parents, and that's one of the promises he made, and he was able to come through on. Plus, he wanted it on his own, show his kids as well that is something that they can obtain. So, just shouts out to him.
All right. Western Conference, bro.
Yeah.
Dallas is down 0-3.
Where's Luca? Why ain't Luca smiling no more? Luca used to. This was hey NBA. I love this game, and now he's not. He's not smiling so much. D, what's the problem?
Uh, I think he's smiling. He's just not smiling as often. You know what I mean? I think he's getting a couple giggles in. I know I know he didn't get a giggle in when Wiggins gave him that giggle.
The dunk of the playoffs.
The dunk of the playoffs, bro. Dunk of the playoffs. Then he gonna try to act like he hit him in the face and go for, hey, bro. He put that arm right underneath your armpit, and it gave you what you wanted.
Right. All the smoke. All of
the smoke. And I got this little note here, and the first note out here is Wiggins. You know what I mean? Like, it's Wiggins. Like, Golden State, I mean, and this was funny about Golden State. Golden State has not really looked all that great in these playoffs. Offensively, yes. Have not really looked all that great. Been down some huge numbers, but always seem to be veteran experience. And they always seem to just, you look up like, damn, man, what they just give, but what? The score is what? Oh my God, they're up 3-0. They're up 3-2. They're up this. Like, I mean, it's no matter how bad they play, they still always put themselves in a situation to win. And if you look at how bad they played these playoffs, they still look like the best team in the playoffs.
I feel like they're a victim of their own success in a point of way. Because, yes, they don't look as good offensively as they've had. Not that they're good enough to win. I feel like their defense has always been there. That's kind of been the catalyst, the thing that really helped propel them to the 73-win season and also to the ultimate championships that they won. Defense was a part of it. It was just that the offense just looks more sexier and it looks good that we don't even think about the defense. And I think we're looking at the Warriors from the past offensively, and they're just not that. How about this? They set trends. So when they came in shooting threes, it took the league a minute, then everyone started shooting threes. Well, if you look in these playoffs, they've been doing more mid-range and layups than threes in the past. And now you go against Dallas, and now all they're doing is old school Golden State, except for they're not making the shots. And it's like
not this
they
round.
Always seem to be just a little step ahead. Yeah, we're gonna be 3-point shooters. All right, everybody else 3-point shooter. All right, now we're gonna be 2-point shooters. And then when 2-point shooters come back, and it's just the way that they're able to adapt, and that just goes to just how talented these players are.
I agree. I mean, the defensive end has clearly been the staple of the Golden State season this year because they're undermanned. They've been undersized. I mean, they've had to go through a whole lot of different trials and tribulations throughout the season, but consistently defense has been a part of it. If you go all the way back to the beginning of the season, Golden State, when Steph went on this 3-point streaks and all this stuff, everybody was talking about that, but no one was talking about that they was the number 2 defensive points held and points allowed and all those things at that current point in the season. No one was always talking about the sexy part. But when Steph started missing shots, what was keeping them winning games? It was the defensive end anchored by Draymond Green, who, again, like LeBron, you can win MVP every year. Draymond Green can win Defensive Player of the Year every year, but you just have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then soon as he gets hurt, Golden State starts losing games. It wasn't because they wasn't scoring points, and because they wasn't keeping people from scoring points, and Draymond was out. When Draymond comes back, defense anchors again, and here they go. You got Steph looking like he plays defense. You actually have it looking like Steph plays minimal at best defense, but out here you
But
got
he
Dre, you
tries.
got
I see a lot more
effort,
effort in his
effort.
defense,
Yeah.
and that's really what it is, effort.
Yes, the perception of defense from Steph Curry. But you know, I mean, he's always good at the passing lanes. I
Yeah,
mean, like if you just sit back there and lounge it, eventually you're going to get one. But I mean, he's moving off the screen, off the doubles more. You know, what I mean, he's challenging shots. You know, what I mean, hell, he had 10 rebounds the other game. You know, what I mean, Steph is doing intangibles that a lot of little guys don't do. You know what I mean? And that filters through. You know what I mean? You got Jordan Poole. Oh, my God, exciting. And you spoke of the defense. You know what I mean? The zone that they're putting on Luka and Andrew Wiggins
the
again.
multiple
Goddamn.
zones, because
Yeah.
they don't just give you one look. They flipping it up at least 2 to 3 possessions. They'll go to something else.
Chuck said something the other day. He said, everybody ain't a number one at their number one pick. You know what I mean? Everybody is not that guy. You know what I mean? He said Wiggins he's not a guy who can lead a team, but he's a guy who can definitely be a part of a team. And you can see it this season. I mean, he had a stretch there that it looked like, okay, here's the Wiggins that we've been seeing in Minnesota. But when these playoffs hit, man, Wiggins is hooping. He's hitting the three at a ridiculous clip. He's going to the rack. I mean, the tip dunk after the Luka dunk, and then you're locking down Luka on defense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're giving you your breaks and your spells, but he's the guy who's really guarding him. You know, Luka
Yeah,
ain't really
because
going off.
they mirror playing time. When Luka goes out, that's when Wiggs go out. When Luka comes back, that's when that's how Golden State's been playing it. And even though there are a lot of pick and rolls where they like to, find a lesser defender or a defender that Luka feels like that he can definitely have a advantage scoring, then they go to that because he has been getting to his 40, but I feel like they've been kind of holding everyone else to the most part down.
That's Golden
Which,
State's MO on defense. We'll let you do you, but we're not going to let you do you and get everybody else to do them too. We're going to
right?
let you do you and shut them down. And I mean, and that's what I was talking about with Steph. Like they're trying to get Steph on that pick and roll, and he's fighting through it, getting back to his guy.
Yeah,
Catch is showing, getting back, and it's frustrating them. You know what I mean? But they'll let you switch that to Clay. Go right ahead. I'm good.
definitely. And the fact that they were able to do it on usually that first game home after taking 2 L's away, there's a lot of energy. I feel like it was zero energy on that game 3. Like none of that. Okay, we back home. Your others is out there putting in work. They used to being at home. Like you really didn't see a lot of that.
Yeah, where's Powell? Where's Powell? You know what I'm saying? Brunson's the only one. Finney Smith, you're not hitting that jumper, so you're throwing up a lot of crap right now. I mean,
Yep,
I think he misses Hardaway. You know what I mean? I think he
definitely.
would be a huge miss. But I mean, Brunson's helping out. Brunson's putting himself into a nice little check coming up
Yeah.
here pretty soon. But where's the others? You know what I mean? Can he get some help? You know, who's up? Hell, I don't even know anybody else that can help. I mean, give him some help. Shit. Mark Cuban. Stop building shit in Bloomington. You know what I mean? Get Lucas some help. You think it's over tonight?
Man,
Why
it's
you thinking
big.
about it? Why you thinking about it? Why is every game being a damn blowout in these finals?
Hey, I hate to say that I hate to say teams are giving in a little, like when they
quicker.
feel like it's not coming back, not having that late game surge.
Just go ahead and lay it down in the third quarter.
Yeah, or just lay it down for the rest of the game, like we getting smashed. So
Just screw it.
save it for the next. Right. I feel like, and I hate to say it, but that's kind of what it looks like.
It's
And this
terrible.
this is also a lot of injuries, especially in the East.
The
In the
East is
East,
getting like
it's
every
like
game is a new lineup.
whoever stays healthy is gonna win.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. It's like everybody's getting blown out. Like every game is any of these games been under 10? Like in either
Mm,
side. Like they've all been blowouts. Like record deficits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
how are you down 55 points in the conference? I mean, in anything, but anyway. Yeah, I think it's. I would love to see Luca pull some Don Magic and get them one more game, maybe one more game.
that's what
But
I
I
was.
don't know. I don't know if they if his others have testicular fortitude to run with him to pull it off. I don't think he's got enough help. And go to state, their team, they've been there. They're going to step on your throat. They're
Yeah,
going to step on your throat.
but they are susceptible for a loss, though.
Yeah, but they're
They're
not going to lose
susceptible,
4 in a row. They're
right?
not going
Because
to
I
lose
feel
4.
like even at this stage of the tournament, they can lose focus. They
Yeah,
already do a lot of turnovers, so they'll
well,
give you a
55 points.
lot of extra possessions. They'll give you like
So,
they like
so
spotting you. They spot you at least 8 to 10
7.
possessions.
So, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, knowing that the Miami, this go stay thinking, knowing that this Miami Boston series is going to go 7, do you think they take a game off knowing that they can close it out at home and still get those extra days of rest because they're going, or do they want to go ahead and finish it now and play with that layover hangover?
I just don't know if it's conscious or not. Like they may subconsciously be feeling that by the effort that we'll see tonight. We'll see. We'll see. If they come out ready to close this thing, then no, but they're humans and there is that we've been there, right? We up a
Yeah,
lot of points, then we get to
yeah.
BSing and playing
Yeah,
around.
we blow everybody out on Saturday and then lose the first game on Sunday. Yeah, that
Yeah,
type of
something
shit.
like that. So it's capable. I mean, it's possible that it can happen. It's just subconsciously versus consciously. What are they going to do? It's
Correct.
easier to play when you know it's really nothing on the line.
Understand. Understand. All right, let's switch over. Last night we had game. What was that? Game something.
It
4.
was
Game
game
4.
4.
It was
Yeah,
game 4 in Boston between Celtics and Miami. This series is now tied up. Again, another blowout. Jason Tatum showed his little yellow ass last night. You know, injuries played an effect. I don't know if it was the Tyler Hero not playing because he hadn't been all that effective the first couple games anyway, or was it the lagging knee swelling of Jimmy Butler that was, giving them some hindrance because he didn't play the second half of game 3.
right.
You
And
know when
what's his name? What's the undrafted guard from Miami?
Yeah,
Slaw.
him. Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a game either. So I feel like
Can't shoot on the road.
it's injuries. I feel like injuries plays a big part in it for this series more than the other ones because I feel like boys is dropping at an alarming rate. Um, and the simple fact that boys are being consistent. You don't have that consistent team. What happened to Bam? Bam puts up 20 shots and gives you 40, and then he's back to 5 shots. Like
I mean,
consistency.
is that Bam or is that the fact that he only gets shots designed for him when Jimmy Butler's not playing. Any other time, he ain't getting them kind of looks. He's got to go get that off the miss.
But
Like, can Bam
I
get some
have
some
to think that Pat Riley and
Spoelstra?
Spoelstra are smarter than that.
I mean, I like to
I
think
don't
so
want to
too.
put it. I don't want to pull it squarely on the coaches. I feel like he can be aggressive. He does touches the ball, and it may be a part of the offense. It may not be designed, but if he's aggressive with it, I don't think no one. Jimmy act like he don't ever want to shoot. I wish I could not shoot and just play defense all day. So it ain't like Jimmy's wanting these buckets. Like, go ahead, go do it if you can do it. And he proved he could, but then he went back into his shell a little bit. I'm not sure if
And
there's injuries with him either.
I think I think it's a combination of both, but more percentage toward the design of the offense. Like, if it was a point to get Bam the ball, they get Bam the ball. Like, and then on the flip side, like I tell McKenzie, you got to demand the ball. Like Shaq, you gonna give me the ball, or I'm gonna come take you and the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You got to demand the ball. I don't think they look for him enough, to me. And then two, I don't think he demands the ball enough. If you want to be a star, you got to go be a star. You can't wait for them to make you a star. Oh, I need to text her that. That's good shit. I mean, write that down. Put that on the board.
Hey, pops of wisdom. Pops of wisdom.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm with you on that. 100% injuries are affecting this one because you got guys in the lineup, and then that team wins. You got guys out of the lineup, and then that team wins. You know what I'm saying? So we got 3 more games to figure out who's gonna play and who's not gonna play. But can Duncan Robinson get in the game?
Please. He was such a pivotal piece in the bubble.
I mean, he ain't never played defense. He was a shooter. So why are you looking for him to play defense now?
Right. That wasn't his role.
He's spacer. He's a spacer. He reads passing lanes like Steph Curry, and he spaces the floor. You know what I mean? And eventually,
and he can funnel. He can funnel somebody to Bam. I'm just gonna usher you to Bam.
That's what you got Bam for. Exactly. You know what I mean? You got PJ Tucker to play defense, not him, but y'all got him shooting threes in the corner. You know what I mean? What do white dudes do in the game? Shoot the ball. Get the ball to the white guy.
Give good pump fakes.
What I say during the basketball game, don't leave the white guy open in the corner. Left the white guy open in the corner. 3.
Bye-bye.
Nice and fundamental, square release, up and down, all that. I told you. You didn't listen. Boston. You think it's going all 7, man? Boston and Miami?
Yeah, I think they can't. They have to. No one's going to be healed enough. No, yes,
to go 2 in a row.
It's going 7.
So basically, it comes down whoever wins game 5 is going to win.
Yeah, and I feel like they're going to be so beat up by the time they make it to the finals. Whoever it is, they taking the L.
So basically, it's going to come down to home court advantage and who's got the bigger scruples.
Yeah, who's got the best doctor in the biz.
Right now, it's looking like Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum and Al Horford with that youth elixir.
Right. I blame Giannis. Giannis triggered something in that man, and he been balling ever since.
He's been balling ever since. Hey, can we get Udonis Haslem, Horford matchup in these conference finals at some point in time? Why do they keep showing Udonis over here scratching these spots, man?
Right.
Let's get him on the court, man. Let's see these old dudes go at it.
But I think they got Udonis they have to have somebody that could check Jimmy. And when Jimmy get, you know what I'm saying? I think Udonis is the Jimmy checker.
I mean, he could put on a suit and do that.
But if he needs to go in the game, he could be like, hey.
Hell, he got in the game and got teched out the game. Shit.
Yeah, that's why he went. He's like, man, I ain't had a tech, and I don't know. Let me get in the books.
You know Let me get in the books. Foul tech. Yay. uh let's see. Do I have anything else? Oh, Marcus Smart. Defensive guy coming in the league. I mean, Marcus Smart has kind of earned my little respect offensively and as a true point guard in this league, man. I'm
Hey, I'm
feeling
gonna tell
Marcus Smart.
you, I'm having deja vu, and help me out with this injury, this latest injury he had with his leg. I hope they don't do him like they did Isaiah Thomas. Because if you think about it, he was balling at his height, and he was bringing the Celtics on. Played past some injuries. Injuries didn't turn out to be what they thought it would be, and then it went from the top to the top to the bottom.
Well,
So I
Marcus,
had wondered, does that give you any kind of same deal?
not really, because Marcus Smart is 6'3", 6'2", somewhere around there.
Still a little guy compared to the league.
But Isaiah Thomas was 5'4".
No, he wasn't no 5'4", man.
Okay, 5'2". I mean, he wasn't five. He wasn't close to 6 foot.
But he wasn't 5'4".
Okay, 5'6", 7, somewhere around.
But he was still a little guy that carried the team and
he
played through that injury, and that kind of ended up messing up his career, really, financially. Anyway.
Yeah, financially, but Marcus Smart is a different type of player. Isaiah Thomas.
Well, I'm just talking about for the simple fact that Isaiah Thomas, if you remember those years, he was the Celtics. Like, yeah,
he was.
The Celtics went as far as he went and gave him that confidence. Yeah, he was shooting shots, but he also made other players play better than they normally would. And
they weren't winning games, were they?
They were winning games. Like he was a vote being MVP that year.
With Isaiah Thomas, little guy, MVP. Thomas. Yeah,
I said they was talking. I didn't say. Yeah. I mean,
I don't say winning.
That's how good a year he was having.
I know he was having a decent year, but I wouldn't have never considered him MVP, and I wouldn't have never considered him the leader of that. I think they was trying to piece stuff together. Marcus Smart is in a different situation than Isaiah Thomas is because he's not the main guy on this team. You know what I mean? He feels a role.
It's a very significant piece of that team.
Yeah, he is. But I think he fills a role, and I don't think that they would do him that way. You know what I mean? In Isaiah Thomas, you can speak up for yourself. You didn't have to play. If that hip was hurting, everybody else sit down. You can sit your ass down too. You know what I mean? I'm not going to keep an injured. They didn't keep nobody injured. Kimba stayed injured all the time. Got his ass right on up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
That was after Isaiah, though. That was after the fact.
Right on up out of there. But, I mean, it's not like Marcus Smart is a guy who stays on the injured reserve list. Like, he just started getting hurt these playoffs, but who ain't hurt at this time of the year? You know what I mean? Somebody's got something going on, like something.
I don't know. When I saw that and I saw Isaiah come back on the court and play after that horrible twist of the ankle, it just reminded me of Isaiah Thomas for some reason, especially with it being Boston.
He was trying to be Willis Reed. Marcus Smart was being Marcus Smart. He's the same way at Oklahoma State. So
right, and so was Isaiah. Isaiah played. Don't forget he played. That was the problem. He continued to play. That was the problem. So let's not take away any heart that Isaiah Thomas had on playing the game or any.
I just wasn't a fan. I mean, it just come down. I wasn't a fan. Not that great of a fan. Like, look, guy plays basketball. Yay, novelty. We've seen this before. Nate Robinson 2 years before you.
Oh no, he's way better than Nate Robinson.
Just a category. But I have nothing else, sir.
All right, neither do I.
You got the one storm. The one storm.
Eye of the storm. Eye of the storm. Just a lot of I'm recently been working in some retail and seeing very various types of people, and we gotta hold our tempers a little better. We gotta do better as a people when things don't go our way, how we handle them. So everyone, just try your best to work on that. Everyone's going through something, and you never know what you say or do might trigger something, and you may not know, and you might think they're a little out of their mind, a little ron. Just kind of step back and try to put yourself in another person's shoes, because it's getting a little ridiculous. But we need to rein it back in and be more civil to each other.
Now, are you talking about a certain demographic of people, or are you talking about
God,
us
just people
as
in
a people
general.
as a whole?
Just people in general, man.
Yeah, because there's some assholes.
Everyone's
There's
got
some
their
assholes.
issues.
There's some
Yeah,
assholes out
yeah,
here,
there
bro.
are assholes out there.
Yeah, there's a lot
Definitely.
of them. I just try to be less asshole as I was yesterday.
One can only hope.
Yes. All right, let's switch over to the one good thing. The one good thing is remember what we're celebrating this weekend. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend. It is a time for us to honor those brave men and women who sacrifice their lives for whatever reasons that they chose to sacrifice for our country, our freedoms, any of those type of nature. So if you see somebody, say thank you. Throw them a shout out. Because not everybody has the testicular fortitude. I love that. Has the testicular fortitude to do what they do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not that guy. Can't do it. So I applaud and I commend every last single one of you. And that's it. I'm gonna cook a whole lot of meat for you men and you women this weekend in your honor. So I salute you.
Good
That's what
deal.
I
Good
got,
deal.
bro. And then there's the sneeze.
That's just
It's
the
awesome.
solidified. That's the
Yes,
solidified.
that's the key. All right, so that's what I got. So there you have it, episode 54 of the State of Basketball, an original BW Sports One podcast. If you want to check any of the shows that any of us do with the baseball, football, basketball, wrestling, just hit the website bwsports1.com. You can jump over and see all the old videos on YouTube. If you want to listen to the audio in your car or on the plane, you can check us out on any of your podcast social media platforms. For the big man in the middle, the one, State of Basketball, we are out. Holla.
Hit the button.